The 2003 film Ong-Bak, Muay Warrior is one of my favorite martial arts movies out there. I've seen this twice now, and the fight scenes, they definitely are badass, and the story is not too bad either. So the story of this one is that when a Buddhist statue's head is stolen from a local village, then Ting, who is a master of Muay Thai, travels to Bangkok where he runs into his cousin George. Not only that, but Ting also has to fight in the underground so he can locate the missing item to bring it back to his village. Man, this movie really did solidify Tony Jaa as an action star. And I've always appreciated his fighting style just because how cool it looks. The first time you see this one, you are blown away by fight scenes because they are that memorable. Now you might ask, how is the story? Well, it's not that great, to be honest. It's pretty simple. The script, I think, could have been written better, but there is enough in here to make this an entertaining watch, in my opinion. Even the characters are real interesting here because they all bring something unique to the table. Tony Jaa portraying Ting, I really like this character. Because this Buddha's head gets stolen from the village, of course he goes underground and fight all of these other guys just to get that special item back because it means so much to his village. I mean, Muay Thai is an interesting fighting technique. I learned about it actually before I even did this review. The combination of the swift kicks, the elbows, the knees. Yeah, it's a deadly fighting style, to say the least. I like how Tony Jaa actually did a lot of his own stunts. He's throwing flips and jumps. I'm like, man, the dude definitely, he did his thing here. Another character that really stood out was George. Now, the actor whose name I'm not going to pronounce because I really feel like I'll get it wrong. He definitely did such a good job. George is selfless. You know why? Because he puts himself in harm's way multiple times in this film. Unfortunately, he paid for it twice, where once he gets his arm broken, the other, he gets a hammer to the back just to save the Buddha's head. This is a spoiler alert, but he actually dies at the end. And I was real sad because I really do think this is a great character. It makes sense why the next two films were prequels, because how a sequel is going to work if one of the main characters is dead. The villains, they're also great as well, Calm and Samin. You know, both are characters that really test Ting's ability. One tests his intellect more or less, the other is a physical threat to Ting. The fight scenes, yeah, they're pretty cool. Just seeing all of the choreography going about, it definitely makes this one of the better martial arts films that is out there. I mean, the story is not all that great, but I still enjoyed this film just because Tony Jaa really got his breakout role here. He actually is a well-known international martial artist. But overall, this is such a good movie. Definitely, like I said earlier, it's one of my favorites. And while I only seen the second film, I haven't seen the third Ong-Bak, but I'm planning on watching that one day. But I don't know if I'm going to be doing any reviews for the two prequels. But at least this film, it definitely stands out pretty well, even more than 2 decades later. I'm giving this film an 8 out of 10. A fun thrill ride all the way throughout this one. Another thing I want to point out is that the chemistry between Tony Jaa and the actor that plays George is actually pretty good. In fact, these two actors will work with each other a few more times after this film. I do wish that the character development and story was a little better, but as far as entertainment value goes, this is high on the list. Plus, the fight scenes really makes this one worthwhile, and why so many people still think this is a great martial arts movie, even after all these years later. And that's my review of Ong-Bak Muay Thai Warrior. Alright, leave your comments down below in the section, and let me know what you think about this movie. Okay, this is Slim Guy 172 saying, peace out.